Well. I really don't like making these videos, guys. I really don't. I wish that I could make more videos just absolutely praising 2K, but I just think this needs to be talked about. I think this is very important. In case you guys weren't aware, I did finally manage to go 12-0 and get this damn card last week. I did get the Wilt Chamberlain after the hardest battle of a 12-0 run that I've ever had in my history of playing my team. So I want to talk about my thoughts on the unlimited game mode, what I think that they do wrong, what I think actually works, and how I think that it can be better. So a few things we're going to talk on here on this video is going to be skill-based matchmaking, the previous system of quote-unquote unlimited and other 2Ks, such as Supermax, Road to the Playoffs, etc. The quality of cards you get for doing that, the boxes you get along the way, the rewards, and the lack of the ability to do anything on unlimited after. I'm also going to try and keep as much in mind from 2K's perspective as possible. In an ideal world, this game would be a lot different than what it is, but it's 2K, it's a business. I understand that. They have to make money. They have shareholders and board members who need to be pleased. So I get it. They need to make money. But I think most of the things I'm going to talk about only is going to bring them in more money. Because right now, with the way the game is, for me specifically, let's pretend like I don't play in tournaments or wagers, because a very small subsection of players actually do that. Like probably like 100 or maybe 2. So let's pretend like I'm like everybody else besides maybe like 1% of players who don't play in tournaments, and I don't play in wages. I don't play in Players Lounge, I don't play in My Team Madness. I really don't care about 250K qualifiers because, you know, most people just don't, because most people know they're not going to make it. All right. They just come out with these new cards. They came out with Allen Iverson. You know, they came out with LeBron James. They came out with Dikembe Mutombo. So let's pretend like I have no interest in doing the things I do outside of playing the game. What reason, now that I have Wilt Chamberlain, do I care to have LeBron James on my team? What reason do I have? What reason do I care to have Allen Iverson? Because nobody who can get Wilt can't beat any sort of other game mode without them. So that leaves you with like draft. So this is going to give you random cards. I can't use cards I buy then. That leaves you with limited. You can't use most of your cards in a game mode like this. And that leaves me with triple threat online. And you can only use 3 cards here, right? You can only use 3 cards, right? That's it. So what purpose do I have of buying more cards now that I have Wilt? Hypothetically. Yeah, I do have LeBron, who I didn't have when I got Wilt. I do have Iverson, who I did not have when I had Wilt. But that's because I was wagering, and I'm playing in My Team Madness this weekend. What reason do I have to go buy cards when I can't use them in draft mode? I can't use them in limited. I can only use 3 of them in TTO. So that only leaves unlimited, but I already did it. So what do I need to buy packs for, right? Yeah, it's not really that smart on 2K's position. So that kind of leads me in my next thing. Once you finish unlimited, we need to have something to do. It's over. I play this again, I get nothing. It's over. If I play 12 games, win 5. If I play 12 games, win 12. It doesn't matter. I get nothing. So what can they do? Well, what they can do is they can add in things like a limited type board after each win with prizes. Obviously, no ring. That wouldn't be a bad thing. They can add in leaderboards so I could keep playing to try and get my name on top of the leaderboards. Would those maybe get filled up by boosters? Maybe with the way the game is right now. Probably. Yeah, you're right. Some weirdo probably would boost themselves to a 300-0 record just to be on top of the leaderboard. But who really cares? Let them boost. Screw it. Who cares? Why does it really matter? It doesn't. Not that many people are that intrigued about a leaderboard, they go out of their way to boost for it. How could they solve boosting? The same way that other games do. You can't match up with the same account more than 2 times in one season or 4 times in one season, whatever you want it to be. It's pretty simple, right? It's not that complicated. But there's legitimately nothing, no reason whatsoever. You don't get good MT from the game mode. You don't get anything out of playing Unlimited after you've gotten the card besides playing it. That's literally it. There's no more, it's over. You're finished. And how many more days are left in the season? 23 days? Yeah. And I've had Wilt for like a week now. So, yeah, it's pretty tough. There's really no reason to buy new cards. There's no reason to play it after you do get the card. Now let's talk about the journey to getting the card. Oh my goodness. I guess the first thing I want to talk about is skill-based matchmaking. Wow. Holy smokes. If you don't think skill-based matchmaking is real, just know I'm going to tell you guys a quick story how I almost guarantee you it is. Last year, I was trying to get Michael Red on an account quickly, and I failed at doing it. I got beat in the Opal tier, and it was about 4 in the morning. Said, no, screw this. I'm not resetting my board or whatever I had to do, which we'll talk about in a minute. I'm just going to plug in my PlayStation 4. I have my PlayStation 5 right in front of me. I'm going to plug in my PlayStation 4, and I'm going to just boost myself up. Whatever. So I put in the PlayStation. I make my teams fully bronzed out. Just full teams full of bronzes. Like, you know, I don't have one, but you get the point, right? It was all bronzes. So I'm 0-0 on one account, and I'm, I don't know, 60-10 on another account. So I search for a match. It's 4 in the morning. Takes about 3 minutes, and I finally match up with the right console. Do it again. Takes about 3 minutes. Finally match up with the right console. And then I switched over to a different account that had a similar record to the account I was trying to get Michael Red on. And guess how quick I got a game? Instantly. Off of the same PlayStation. Instantly. I'm not kidding. It went from about 3 to 4 minutes for the accounts to match to when I got on an account that actually had played some games on Unlimited and had a decent enough record, and it was instantaneous. So skill-based matchmaking is in the game. That's a fact. And it stinks. It's absolutely terrible. Like, the issue of it becomes if you have to go 12-0, skill-based matchmaking is absolutely stupid. If you had to go 10-2, sure. If you had to go 11-1 even, okay. If you had to go 12-0, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. It doesn't make any sense. If the goal is perfection, then you can't have something like skill-based matchmaking unless the reward is something so much better than this. Because Wilt's cool. Wilt's actually pretty decent. You know, I'm cool with Will. He makes the team. He's okay. But what's going to happen when we get the Larry Johnson type of card we got from last year, or the Drazen Petrovic card we got last year, or even the Iguodalas of the world? It's tough, man. It's tough. Because last year was the first year that they went away from the original 12-0 and did these tiers, and people kind of did it, but what 2K needs to realize is more and more people are back to work. More and more people are back to school. COVID is over. It's not a thing anymore. People aren't going to play 60-some games, if not more, to get a card that isn't that great. And the rewards last year were not that great. We need the Glenn Rice types of cards every single month. This Wilt Chamberlain needs to be relatively the worst card we get in Unlimited all year with the current system the way it is. It just needs to not, the cards cannot flop. If they do, what's going to happen is the game mode's going to die more than it already has as far as popularity goes. People like, you know, people like to try and play this game with their good cards. People are not crazy about this draft mode. People are not crazy about Limited. And you know how I know that's true? Because the game has lost popularity since these have came in. The game mode of my team has lost popularity since Unlimited and draft mode have been a thing. So yeah. People don't care about the game. People don't care about getting good cards. Why care about getting good cards anymore? Why care about grinding for 150 tokens to get Mitch Richmond? Why care spending more MT or money to get this LeBron James when nobody wants to play 68 plus games to get a wilt card that's kind of mediocre. When it was 12-0 before, at least the average person felt like they might have a shot at it and they can get right after it. But you can't use your cards that you grind for in this game mode. You can't use your cards you grind for in this game mode. And this game mode honestly just stinks. Like, to be very honest, I hate the way the court looks with the dark lighting, like it's a nightclub in there. And I hate the 100. And just don't get me wrong about this. I don't want you to think I'm just ragging on this game and hating on it, because if I hated it that much, I wouldn't play it. I don't have a reason to play this game financially to the point where this is even the slightest drop of the bucket into my monthly income. It's not that, you know, it's not that. It's not that I hate this game mode or anything. I just want to see it be great. And right now, I think that Unlimited is incredibly flawed. And on another point about that is, since it's already so long, please take away the board resets. Oh my goodness. If I lose the first game of my 12-0 run once I get to the Opal tier, now I have to play 6 meaningless games to reset the board. Get rid of that. That doesn't even need to be spoken about, talked on, or anything. That's just a terrible idea. Like, that doesn't even need to be mentioned, brought up, anything. I don't think anybody has ever had an enjoyable experience resetting their Opal board on Unlimited. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I just kind of need to rant and vent because I just want to see this game be as good as it can, and with the current system Unlimited, it's been years since I've heard anybody say they enjoy Unlimited. I don't know, man. I mean, the gameplay, that's a whole different discussion, but I haven't heard anybody say that they enjoy the concept of Unlimited. Back when we used to have normal 12-0s, which was also an incredibly flawed system because good players could get it done too quick, and you also had to go perfection, so like air codes get you and stuff like that. At least people actually wanted to try and make their team as good as they can to at least have a try at it, at least try and go 12-0. Because, like, you know, Troydan used to do 12-0 streams, people like that, but you're never going to see Troydan do a 12-0 stream now ever again, because he's not going to play 60 plus games just to be able to try and do it, especially when the rewards are generally pretty mediocre. This Wilt's okay, he's definitely okay, but this Mutombo's better, that's why he starts. So it's like, yeah. Moral of the story, sum this video up in 30 seconds or less. I don't hate the game at all. I want to see it be as good as possible, and that's why I'm speaking on this. Unlimited is not in a good state right now. Skill-based matchmaking is not good. The rewards need to be Glenn Rice 2K20 level to keep people intrigued. Boards shouldn't have to be reset. And overall speaking, people are just uninterested in getting good cards because in most of the game modes, you can't even use the cards that you have in your lineup. The only one where it matters to have good cards is such a long grind, impossible for such a high percentage of the player base that it becomes completely irrelevant. So that's it. Love you guys.